Hey you guys, so thank you so much for tuning in. I just wanted to show you just a quick little resin and crystal makeover for this plain piece of tile. I had some extra paint and so I just did a fluid acrylic pour with white and gold. I used a crystal mold to make this resin crystal. All I did was make it with some resin and some gold glitter. And so now I'm going to go ahead and cover my tile with resin. I'm using art resin here. You can find it on artresin.com. I simply just mixed it with some gold glitter to give a little bit of sparkle. I always pour the resin over my glass and crystals. And this resin in particular has been probably sitting for a good maybe 20 some minutes, so it's starting to kind of harden, which in some cases lessens the amount of bubbles that you have. And so I'm just going to kind of smooth it out, and then I will add my gold pigment and my heat, as you'll see here in a minute. So now that I have my resin smoothed over the surface, I'm just checking to make sure there's no bare spots because sometimes they're easy to miss. It's helpful to look at it at different angles to make sure you actually got every single square inch of the surface. And so I am now adding my crushed glass. This is Ashland crushed glass and I purchased it from Michael's. It kind of has a gold hue to it. And it really is my favorite crushed glass to use. I put it on everything. I love this stuff. So I'm going to kind of just surround my resin crystal with the crushed glass to just give it some pizzazz. And after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add my gold pigment powder. This pigment powder is from Mehron Makeup. Mehron, it's Mehron. I'll leave a link in the description. But this comes in gold, it comes in silver, bronze, kind of a rose gold color, and it adds a beautiful metallic finish. You can sprinkle it on top of your resin and add heat, and it really just looks amazing. So I'm going to sprinkle this on, and then I'm going to add my heat gun to kind of spread the pigment powder out. I'm going to grab my trusty heat gun. Don't mind my studio floors. They are a mess and covered with paint. So now I'm going to go ahead and start spreading out the pigment powder with my heat gun. I use a TR industrial heat gun, and there's a link to it in my Amazon shop. So here I am just hitting the resin with some heat to kind of get all the bubbles out. And then I will begin hitting the pigment with heat to kind of start spreading it out so it's not all stuck in one place. So now that I'm done with spreading out the pigment powder, as you can see, it creates a really pretty pattern. I'm going to add my gold glitter by Recollections. I also purchased this from Michaels. It's one of my favorite golds. I use their silver, and I also use their opal glitter. It's gorgeous. I pretty much put these 3 glitters in everything. So I'm just going to sprinkle this on the surface of my glass to give it more sparkle. And after that, I will hit the resin one more time with some more heat, and then we'll uncover it tomorrow morning to see the final result. And here is the finished piece. I love how it turned out. The resin is extra glossy and it's so sparkly. And you can see how the glitter and the pigment just accentuates the crushed glass around the crystals. I'm really happy with how this turned out. So I definitely encourage you guys to try this technique. It is quite simple and you really can do this on any surface. I will be adding a cork backing to the underside of this tile. And I will be removing my drips of resin just by reheating them with my heat gun and just cutting them off with a knife. They come off pretty easily once they're reheated. Okay, you guys, so thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your week and your long Labor Day weekend. Bye.